Hey everyone, Lisa Resnick with The Real Tea. I am here with Hannah Ferguson, the Dope brand, and Aspasia Bernacki with Penguin City. How are you guys?
Good. I'm doing good.
I mean, lots of fun, exciting news happening in Youngstown, which I'm sure we all love. I know I love.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So we all know Penguin City purchased the Republic building. What we may not have known is that Penguin City was ready to not only brew beer, but become a landlord. Right?
Yeah, it just, we had this, well, I mean, the space is huge. So we had this extra space on the side. It was perfect for like a little production facility. And a mutual friend of Hannah and I kind of brought this whole thing together, brought us together, and just magic happened.
It definitely did. So Hannah, tell us about Dope brand, like where the name came from, what business you're about to open up downtown Youngstown.
Okay. Well, dope for me, dope stands for dwelling on positive energy. And about 3-4 years ago now, it was just a term that was brought back that we all use, like, oh, that's dope, that's this, like also meaning a good thing. And so I knew before I wanted it dope to be an acronym. And so I was just like, all right, what can I name this? What can I name this? It has to be this. And I reached out to my brother. My brother is an amazing writer. And I was like, hey, you know what I want to do. You know my vision. I need something positive. And literally like 10 minutes later, he texted me back. He was like, dwelling on positive energy. And from there, that was dope. And dope actually kind of just started with me doing like events. I was like doing events at the time, like doing like open mic nights and things like that, where it was just almost something different or something for us to do in downtown Youngstown. And then it branched off to obviously me turning my hobby and my love for winemaking into like, hey, let's do this as a business. So that's where like kind of like dope brands and it branches to it, like other than like, events, but now like, hey, we're going to do this wine, we're going to do this cider. And again, this has been like my dream, like my goal to get to. And here I am, like finally, in a spot in my hometown. Like it's just
exciting, right?
It's exciting. And it's just been an amazing outpour of love from the city, family, friends. And it's already like reached, like people were reaching out to me from Columbus. It's like, hey, you made this Columbus like Facebook group page and with all these shares. So it's been exciting for the past 4 days now. Like
I know, it's very cool. And I love the fact that you guys are really bringing to life a whole new area to downtown Youngstown. I mean, talk about like real estate, right? I mean, the values, everything that you guys are bringing over to that corridor is spectacular.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I think it's going to show people a different side. Like everyone focuses on, a block, it seems. And now you're going to push people into this area, which now pushes people down Andrews into Smoky Hollow, into the north side. And then, I was just talking about, Golden Dawn's supposed to be opening up. Well, that's like on the other end of Andrews. So now you're like pulling people into this area, and it's like a whole new world now. And it's exciting. So it's like now we're exploring these other areas and we're starting to see there could be more possibilities here.
So about how many ciders and wines do you think that you'll have?
I would like to at least have definitely like 8 ciders at least on tap, like at all times. And starting off with wine, I want to start off focusing mainly on two whites, two reds. And I have my favorites of like that I've loved to make. Like I love to make Riesling. Riesling is like one of my favorite whites. And then I love Shiraz is like that's one of my favorite reds. So definitely those two will be the top two that I'm gonna do there, and then just go from there to see truly what other people like, because I can't solely base it off of my palate. Because if it was just my palate, I would never make a Chardonnay, because I'm just like I'm not a Chardonnay fan.
I do enjoy Chardonnay. I'm more of a cab girl, but
yeah. So I was like, and then just on my journey, I've met quite a few home winemakers, and literally they have full productions in their basements. Like they're crushing their own grapes. They're starting it from jump, and I've got to taste some of their wines, and I'm like, yo, this is amazing. But this is something that they've been doing for years because it was kind of passed down to them and things like that. So I'm definitely looking forward to, I just think this industry has endless possibilities that you can do, and the things that people are expanding, putting wine in cans, little pouches like Capri Sun pouches. So it's like the market is changing from what we're used to, the traditional, wines. Like we're expanding it out to get it more easier access for people to take to venues like the amphitheater or something like that, to be able to share outside and with friends. So
I love the fact that your two businesses will play off of each other very well. Mm-hmm. Especially if you have the couple that one enjoys a beer and the other enjoys cider or wine more, then they're able to still go over to this neck of the woods and be able to still like be together and still enjoy their own beverage.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly, like I was reading some comments and some people posted exactly what you said. They were like, this is perfect because my wife likes cider, I like beer. Like I actually like saw a lot of those comments, which was really exciting because now you have that option.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. I know that I'm definitely looking forward. And just like you both, want it to happen a lot sooner than probably it'll be complete. We have to rely on those phenomenal architects and designers and construction to get the job done. So with that being said, like any idea or thought about the style that Dope will have?
I've always, this is in my head. I've always had this style, and I said it when I did a few years ago. I did a pitch competition with the We Launch program down at the YBI, and in it, just kind of like how I ended it. I want to have a happy hour vibe with a coffee house feel.
Ooh.
So I wanted for you to feel like you're going into a coffee house, because people love coffee houses for you're comfortable, you're able to sit down, you can read a book, you can do this. And I want that. I don't want to be like, I just felt one time I went to have a drink downtown. I was by myself, sat at the bar, and I pulled out a book. And people were kind of like looking at me kind of odd, like, why is she reading a book at the bar? And it was like, someone's like, is that for business or for pleasure? I was like, oh, it's just for pleasure. So I want people to be able to like come into Dope and not be looked at funny if you're sitting on the couch reading a book and drinking a glass of wine or drinking a cider or anything like that. Like, just come and be comfortable and, have, again, like, spread that positive energy. Like, if you're having a bad day and we all need to wind down at some point, like, just come in, and I just want that energy from my space to, change that mood. And kind of like we were all kind of joking around when this is the original heart logo for Dope, and It says Dope, but Dope in the logo for the cider house still has a heart. So and that's pretty much what it's about. It's about the heart. It's about my love for this industry, my passion, and then I'm sharing that with everybody. So if you're coming in there, you know, you're getting all this love, all this positive energy, and I just want you to feel at home when you come in there.
Well, I know you've been looking for a little bit
Yeah.
for a spot in Youngstown.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that you were able to find one.
Yeah. You wouldn't think it would be as hard as that it
I know
has
it
been. Yeah. You would think like, oh, Youngstown is up and coming, is like, you know, and it was like, if I was not determined to be in Youngstown first. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like Youngstown is going to be the last, you know, but it could have been easily like, I could have easily have gone to Cleveland, Columbus,
Yes.
Places like that entrepreneurship is a little further more advanced right now than Youngstown. But then, like, don't get Youngstown wrong. We have some amazing entrepreneurs that we're out there, and a lot of them are probably mainly online, and you don't see them until you possibly see them at the Youngstown Flea, or like now you can get them at, you know, Common Good Studio. Like, so we're entrepreneurs, we're there, and like I said, this is just a start, because again, like something like what Penguin City and Aspatia and Richie are doing with, you know, me as their first tenant, it's not gonna stop there. It's like there's room to grow. It's like, and it's time for more opportunities for us to shine, like entrepreneurs, definitely.
I agree completely. And I think one of the advantages that we do have in our area is because we're at the beginning stages, that the entry is much better to be able to start our businesses and see the growth happen, because there is definitely a desire and a want that our community has. And I think both of you are bringing it, as well as your neighbor across the street, Derek, down with Youngstown Flea. I mean, you guys got your own little district happening over there, and I absolutely love it. So, Aspasia, is there any other prospects or anything else planned with Penguin City?
I mean, of course, like, you know, this building, we want it to not just be about us, not just be about the beer. We want it to be like, can we be an outlet for other businesses, for other entrepreneurs? So yes, we are working on some other things that we can hopefully bring in some more tenants and really showcase some up and coming businesses. And I do think that us and Dope and Derek at Youngstown Flea is going to shake things up, and we're going to wake people up to that, like, hey, we're entrepreneurs and we want to, you know, be here. So maybe that'll get people more involved, the city, you know, just like, okay, then what are these outlets that we can offer? Sometimes we have to do it and jump it, you know, like sometimes like that's just how it is. So like Derek, like all of us here, we're going to start this district, and we're just going to wake people up and say, hey, we're here, we're starting it, and we're going to need help, and, you know, let's all work together.
I think it's phenomenal, and I cannot wait to bring a book and drink some cider, sip on some wine at the Dope, as well as then head on over to Penguin City and have a couple of beers.
Yes.
I absolutely love it. And then go shopping.
Yeah.
And that's probably dangerous. That's probably really dangerous right there, having a few drinks and then going to shopping. So
the best time to shop.
Yeah, the Youngstown Flea's gonna love us.
Thank you both so much for coming on and spilling the tea on what's happening in your neck of the woods over there. I can't wait to see what you guys determine your district should be called, because I definitely think that you guys need to identify it for everybody so we can start claiming it.
That'd be cool.
Sure.
All right, that'd be awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications. And also make sure to connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. For all of your business news, visit businessjournaldaily.com. For all of your arts and entertainment news, go to afterhoursyoungstown.com.